And welcome inside Renaissance High School after the beautiful rendition of the national anthem. It's time for the primetime matchup. Rob Murphy and Chad Bush with you at the PSL Holiday Classic. Detroit Country Day. You think of Country Day, you think of all the excellence in the Weber era. Sort of in rebuild mode now. Let's start first with Country Day.
Well, I think Coach Nobles has a good young group, starting with Christian Cass. They're in the building stages, as you mentioned, but they have a lot of young talent. Christian Cass, and a couple other guys, Chad. I can't, name slipping me, but anytime you're in the rebuilding stages, you have to make sure you're getting your fundamentally sound in place.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at Renaissance, 3 of the best guards in the state of Michigan on one team, a spoil of riches for John D. White.
Last time I was in this building, it was a 30-point whooping against the Cass technicians. I think John White in his 7th year, he's here to stay. This is a big year for him. He has 3 of the best guards collectively together, talking about Stone, Sigmund, and Jackson. I don't think it's 3 guards in the state on one team that can perform like they perform. It's an equal opportunity offense, and he's excited about the run they can make to the Breslin.
We've got a great matchup. Country Day and Independent against Detroit Renaissance, the home team. And a team that's getting talked about as being maybe that team. Maybe this is their time and this is their year to be that team, the best team in the city. A lot to prove there. Let's meet their starters. Lance Stone, the point guard. Malachi Jackson at the other guard spot. Jordan Sigmund rounds out that fabulous and talented trio. Jaden Miller, one of the forwards, and Brandon Flint, a very big-time utility guy and a guy that's willing to do the dirty work as the 5th starter. Let's meet the starters for Detroit Country Day. It'll be Cordell Robinson starting at one of the guard spots, along with Christian Cast, who Rob talked about, one of the talented sophomores in this state. Evan Singleton, another starter in this lineup, alongside Isaiah Marino and Chase Kooks to round it out for Detroit Country Day. And we are set to go. Left to right, Country Day wins the tip. Here we go. The final game of the Holiday Classic from the PSL. Cordell Robinson with the basketball. Top side to Kooks. Now Christian Cast to the high post. Marino's jumper no good. And the rebound pulled off by Renaissance. Lance Stone, triple try. And couldn't hold on was Brandon Flint. Goes back to Country Day.
I like the mid-range shot by Marino there on that first possession, Chad. They did a really good job of putting him in the scoring area. He's a great mid-range shooter. He has length and he has size, so we'll look forward to see how he plays the game against this experienced Renaissance team.
See how Country Day does against this pressure for Renaissance. They clear here with Cast before losing the ball on the baseline. Sticky start early. Flint with a steal. Sigmund with the basketball, had it stripped and ripped. Singleton turned around and said, hey, there it is. Unsettled offenses early, Rob.
Yeah, the pressure from Renaissance is bothering Country Day. You expect that from a young team. It'll take them a second here to get settled in, but once they get settled in, we'll see some really good execution.
Kooks traveled before that reverse make. No points yet. A minute, 6 seconds gone by between the Yellow Jackets, who come in 3-3 on the year, again independent out of Division II, against the Renaissance Phoenix, who come in 3-1 on the year under John White, the head coach, in his 7th year.
Well, Country Day jumped into their 2-2-1, Chad, try to throw Renaissance off a little bit. They go 2-2-1, back 2-3. They do a really good job of playing the 2-3. Obviously, Coach Nobles, who is in his 2nd year as a head coach, but Jordan played for me, so I think they've implemented the zone, the principles, and they do a really good job of playing it.
Jordan Sigmund for 3, that's long. Second chance opportunity for Jaden Miller, the 6'3 guard and junior.
That's that second chance opportunity I rave about all the time. He was in great position for an offensive rebound, no check out by Country Day, and he was able to manufacture 2 points.
You mentioned the big win over Cass Tech by 30 as Kooks gets a wide open layup thanks to the fresh feed.
Cordell Robinson there doing a great job going downhill with his left. Jump stop, making an extra pass for the layup. Great offense to start.
Tied at 2, corner 3, no. Push off, busted. That's Brandon Flint on the foul. Another look here at the drive and dish.
Yeah, Cordell Robinson is a really good player. He's able to put it on the deck and find open people, and he also can score as well.
Full court pressure. Passed ahead, clears to Marino. Marino down the boulevard. Forced it up, got his miss, stick back missed. And now it's open floor for Miller. Down the avenue. He's strong with it. And here comes Country Day, hanging around in a 2-2 game. Floater down the paint, smooth drive for Robinson.
That was a really good transition push to get some early offense. Great floater by Cordell. You're seeing his versatility early on. He's able to run the offense. He's able to dribble, drive, and drop off. And he's able to shoot that floater in the lane. Really good size for a guard. He's a really good player.
The Phoenix will go to their bench. Alfonso Harris will check in. Brandon Flint will check out. John D. White, 4 state championships as an assistant coach at Southfield Christian. Renaissance really has yet to get anything going offensively in their sets, Rob.
Yeah, well, you got to give Country Day credit. You know, the zone in most cases bothers people. They have really good length. They're patient on it with it. So you'll struggle to score if you don't hit the high post and play together.
Dribble, drive, dish, and a score, and a slap on the glass for Isaiah Marino. And don't look now, the Yellow Jackets are +4 with 4:48 to go.
And that's Christian Cass there, sort of like Cordell Robinson, making plays for his teammates. He's able to get in the lane because of size for position. He's able to see over the top of the defense here. Nice drop off and a nice finish.
Yes, sir. So, 4-point lead for Country Day, who's come in with his zone. And it's given the Phoenix a little trouble. Cade Wilhelmy checks in, the Division I football commit, and he grabs the rebound here.
It's really good length on the wing of their zone, Chad. There was Christian Cass again, forcing the offense into a bad shot. You have to be patient. You have to play inside out against the zone, and if you don't, you'll find yourself in trouble.
Cast, no good from 3, throw ahead layup, good. That's Jaden Miller, who has 4 points. All 4 points for Rennie. 2-0 lead, or 2-point lead for Country Day still.
And that's an active live body in Miller. He stays on the glass, he runs in transition. He has the job to guard the biggest guy on the floor as well, so he's a pretty tough player.
Tough angle, shot missed, offensive rebound, Christian Cast. And it'll give the Yellow Jackets new life, and 2 shots line right on the hustle from number 2, the sophomore.
For Country Day to come into this building and have any success or chance at winning, Christian Cass has to be solid from start to finish. He's been able to get into the paint early. He was able to get a second chance opportunity there and get fouled to get his team to the free throw line to extend this lead. I like the aggression from Country Day early on. I like the togetherness. They look really good here to start this game, especially in this environment against one of the state's top teams.
Daryl Nobles has a guy in Christian Cast to build this program around. Cast, who's been offered by Central Michigan, many more to come. Splashes on both. Doubling up the Phoenix at home right now are the Yellow Jackets, a team that just cracked the top 100 in the state of Michigan, and they're playing with confidence right now on the road.
They're definitely playing with confidence. Renaissance has to be careful early on not to let Country Day get out with a lead. I know you're confident at home. I know you believe that you're the best team in the state, but it's all about execution, playing the right way so you can be effective throughout the game.
Your officials are Abasi Sanders, Jim Marker, and Ryan Aaron. 3 ball, no good. Scoreless is Malachi Jackson. Cast the other way, down the boulevard. And blocked and batted out of bounds by Harris. Reset Country Day, baseline right.
Now, Country Day has to continue to capitalize on these missed shots. At some point or another, Renaissance will go inside out. Once Landstone gets, really loose, he can make shots from outside. But while you have this opportunity to get the ball back and they didn't score, you got to capitalize here, especially for a young team to build your confidence, as Marino did there.
The big 6'6" guard, Marino, makes this a 6-point lead. Into the game comes Ethan Bray. No time to waste here, as it's Sigmund getting on the board with a much-needed 2 for Renaissance.
That was a great drive by Sigmund. He can score in bunches. You have to be careful and stay in front of him. I know they went zone for the first 4 minutes of the game, but they didn't get back there. They didn't get set up. He was able to knife down the lane and get 2.
We'll keep it right here with a timeout. 3:04 to go. An impressive showing for the Yellow Jackets, who lead by 4 early. And I know the zone's been a factor, but there's been other things that have been impressive for the road team from Beverly Hills as well.
Yeah, it's truly impressive. I watched them play live against Canton a week ago, or a week and a half ago. They were down early. They fought back to win that basketball game. But just watching them come in here, you have a young team. You're going up against one of the top teams in the state. Sometimes that's motivation to go into somebody's home with something to prove. But when you have Christian Cash, you have Marino, you have Cordell Robinson, you even have Roman Allen, who's a young player who hasn't entered the game yet. You have the talent, the young talent. So you have something to work with, and these guys have got off to a good start, which is great to see.
That win you mentioned was their best win over Canton, a 4-point win on the 17th. Splash City. That's from the freshly checked in Ethan Bray, the 6-footer. And don't look now, it's Country Day by a touchdown in Detroit on outer drive.
This 2-2-1 is going to slow Renaissance down. So if you can make shots and jump into your 2-2-1 to make them think, and then they come back and go zone, they're cutting the game in half. They're taking away your perimeter drive. They're taking away your best post players' penetration. So once Lance Stone gets comfortable, though, he can shoot that ball. But until then, you know, Country Day has the advantage.
Lance Stone scoreless in this game. 1,000-point scorer. Christian Cass missed it. Wilhelmi tried to save it. Renaissance with a 3-on-2. Kick, corner, lefty, 3. Sigmund for 3. Bang!
How about the penetration by Jackson there, Chad? He was able to get in the lane unselfishly, seeing one of his partners in the corner. Sigmund knocked that down. Big-time shot to stay close here in the first quarter.
You bet. Very timely. Down the avenue, attacking is Robinson again, and he'll get rewarded.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the confidence that this Country Day team brings as we look here at Jackson and Sigmund hit that 3. Very shifty lefty. He can shoot it. He can get to the rim. He's shown his versatility. But Robinson to be on the attack after that make in this environment, to come down and, you know, create some offense, get fouled, and get to the line is impressive for a young player.
Yeah, it is. Free throws off the mark. It's a 4-point lead. The Phoenix will go to their bench, and John White will check in. Brandon Flint re-enters the game. Some good minutes for Harris off the bench as the backup big. Meanwhile, Country Day has checked in Jaden Martin in that backcourt along with Christian Cass. And now they'll go to Roman Allen, the son of the NBA coach of the Detroit Pistons, Jerome Allen, an assistant with the Pistons, former assistant with the Celtics, and a longtime European professional basketball player.
1-2-2 here, Chad, with Roman at the top. Very good length for the freshman. Has a chance to cause some havoc up top, make you think, hopefully get a deflection, which can lead to a steal. Renaissance has to get the ball in the interior and play inside out. Can't settle for jump shots here and throw it around the perimeter. It'd be really hard to be successful that way.
Good coverage in that 2-3 zone so far, but it's busted with a Sigmund jumper that not many folks can stop.
Sometimes offense just beats great defense. I thought that was a great possession of defense, but Sigmund, being the player he is, just found his spot, got to it, and was able to knock one down.
Foul down below. John White really loves Sigmund as a facilitator and a scorer. He's got an Alabama offer and Pitt on his tail, and there's why that 18-footer was smooth.
Yeah, he's a really good player, shifty, lefty, have some athleticism, can really shoot the ball. He has a high basketball IQ.
Lance Stone yet to get unleashed. He's scoreless in this game. That won't happen much longer. In and out. Offensive rebound, Brandon Flint. Stick back, no. Cast with a rebound. On the run. Blows by Stone. And he's being held by Stone. No, he's not. That's a chicken bone on Cast, and he got busted for it. He's puzzled.
Yeah, it's really difficult when you get a smaller guard up under you. Sometimes it's best for you to just get off the basketball, not take the pressure. Yeah, that's an offensive foul. Not sure if the referee should have called that one, but again, when you have somebody up under you like that, it can be difficult. Just give it up and get it back.
Yep. So Stone draws the foul and runs the offense now. Malachi Jackson. Sorry, Rob.
No, this 1-2-2 it can be really effective. And anytime you're playing against a zone, you're not used to playing against it. And it's hard to make the adjustments. They started in a 2-3, then they went 2-2-1. Now they're in a 1-2-2 half-court set. So now Renaissance have seen 3 different defenses. They've turned it over maybe 4 times, and some of it is because of the switching of the defense. This is a good job by Coach Nobles.
Yes, sir. Roman Allen throws it ahead, nearly picked. John D. White tried to save it in-house. Oh, John doesn't count as the 6th player, but you can appreciate the hustle here, Murph.
Yeah,
did you ever do anything like this?
No, I never did, but you know, it shows
stayed in bounds.
that Coach White is actually very calm over there. Just to do that and have a smile on his face, and you're down early and your team hasn't played well. He has ultra confidence in these guys to play basketball as they get the turnover and they get in transition and jump into their pressure defense as well.
Miller from Stone, and a nice setup in the final 6 seconds of this quarter. It's a 1-point game. Stone with a steal, but a whistle at midcourt. And they're going to get him at the free throw line.
It's extremely tough, Chad, to bring the ball up, especially if you have size for the position and you have a guy at Stone at 5'5", 5'6", that's harassing you. Sometimes it's just smarter. It's better to get off the ball, give it up, and get it back to execute your offense.
3 seconds to work. Stone between the rings. 1 second. Step back 3 at the horn. No. So, what a quarter. It's Country Day with a 6-point lead, but it's Country Day with just a 1-point lead at the end of the first. Let's go to the second in this finale of the Holiday Classic.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
He went to Bishop Borges. Yeah, it's now closed, but Bishop Borges was the real deal back in the day. Associate head coach at Southfield Christian. Again, 4 titles for him as an assistant at Southfield Christian. Romulus High School, where he was an assistant coach. And John has also written a book, The Black Athlete. And he's a good leader of young men, and he's brought his show from Southfield Christian here to Renaissance, and he's really built a nice culture and a winning culture.
Yes, he has. He had to build Renaissance from rock bottom. Got a lot of turmoil going on when he took the job, but he found a way to collectively get young guys to buy in, and he's flipped the program in 7 years. He's doing a great job. Comes from winning. Obviously, Bishop Borges and DePorres at that time were the top Catholic schools in Michigan at that time and in the Detroit area. So he played there and he was able to have success. And, once his playing days was over, he's been able to implement, his philosophies into his coaching. He's learned from a lot of good coaches and taking over this program. He's done a great job. And right now is his time.
Steal by Lance Stone and a foul again at midcourt. Deja vu. Cordell Robinson had to hold on, but Lance Stone has been picking it up on the defensive end, Rob.
Yeah, you got to get off the basketball. Anytime he's in sight, obviously he's going to be a pest, and that's something that John White said he's gotten better with, just being a leader, playing on the defensive side of the ball. You add his offensive arsenal into him playing defense and being a leader, that's a recipe for a great guard.
Yeah, he said his practices, you see him just practicing so hard. It's a different level right now for Lance Stone. Short with a shot, Lance gets the offensive rebound, sets up his teammate in the corner. Good defense, nearly forced the turnover. What do we got, a 2-3 now?
Yeah, this is a 2-3 zone here, and it's super effective. Great find by Stone. But I thought Renaissance did a really good job, Chad, of coming out and screening the top of the zone. Either you got to get the ball inside to the high post area, maybe the short corner, but as you see here, they set a screen at the top. Allow Stone to go downhill and see that guy that's in the dunker spot. Really a great pass.
I don't know how he got it through, but Jaden Miller found it and knew what to do with the assignment. The Phoenix have taken the lead. They're +4. That's the 3rd foul of the game for, and that's something to note. The leader of this team, we'll see what the Nobles do with that decision.
Got to get off the ball. This is pressure, pressure, pressure. Either you're going to the basket or you got to get off of it and cut and loosen this defense up.
Marino back to covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Four-point lead for Detroit Renaissance. They've erased a 6-point deficit. And Country Day back on the attack, trying to slow things down. Will take over. Christian Cass still out there with 3 fouls. He'll rip and drive against Stone here. Dish out to the big boy down the avenue. Counted, and the foul. And the flex from Chase Kooks at 6'3", 230.
I like Kooks. He plays tough. He plays hard. He anchors the zone. Right now, he's in position to receive a pass from Cass. He was able to two feet jump stop, gather himself, and use his strength to get it up over the rim. Great pass, great finish.
Try to finish the 3-point play just when the Jackets were looking down and out. Kooks can't finish it. Rebound ripped down by Miller. He's had a fine game. Jordan Sigmund backs it out. This fine trifecta of guard talent. Jordan Webley's checked in as well, a guy that John White likes off his bench. It's an offense, it's kind of a controlled freedom. They like to share the ball, spread the floor, space it, NBA style and sets. Stone lost it, picked off. Marino got him. Throw ahead to Cast. Christian for 3. Splash City. Double C, 4-3.
Transition defense in the offense really quick. This zone has really bothered Renaissance, especially since Roman has entered the game. He has that long length. It's very tough to see. And these other guys are in help.
Sigmund for 3. No, over the back. And an opportunity for Renaissance thanks to Alfonso Harris's hustle. He'll go line left, Rob, after this miss.
Yeah, it's all about second chance opportunity. As you see Cass knock down a 3-point shot there. He has great range on his shot, has a great stroke, has great size, has a bright future.
There's Daryl Nobles, second-year head coach, assisted with his brother, Jordan Nobles. Oh, Nelly. And down goes the stanchion. Yowzers. Is everybody okay? All right.
Very fortunate, Chad. No one was near it. Caught a break there to avoid injury.
Man, oh, man. Where's our camera 3?
Yeah, the lights went out earlier. Now the stanchion went down.
Here it is. Here's a look. Let's see what happened. And okay, well, I don't know how it happens, but it happens, and everybody's okay. So somebody put a lock on that thing.
Well, the guy that's sitting there, he didn't budge, Chad.
No.
I'm not sure if he's works here and is used to it, or what's going on, but he's the camera guy. I want to hire that guy. Nothing is going to get in his way of getting a great shot.
Let's go get his number, Alex.
Yeah, he never moved.
Where's our camera 3 guy? Oh, Chris Armani Rose. He knew to stay away from that stanchion. He's down there in the corner, sitting Indian style, like a good third grader. Armani Rose. Always a good sense. All right, 1-point lead, though, for Country Day, Murph, against a team in Renaissance that's done some big things on this court already this year.
You know, I give Renaissance credit. They settled in, they fought back. Same thing happened against Cass early on. They were down 6-8 in the first quarter, and before you knew it, they were up 10. But again, great job there from Cass. He's making an adjustment from Lamonte Stone's pressure. Everybody was spacing. I mean, all the spacing was correct on that play. He was able to get downhill with no help. And because of his size and his length, he's able to put that floater in over the top of the defense.
5 straight for Christian Cast, who now has 7 in this game, with 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Solid defense on the perimeter. Martin against Stone. Rip drive. Sigmund left hand laying good with some English and that length.
I love the aggression from Sigmund. That time the guards broke down. You have to get in front of him 2 feet. Anytime you're in the zone, when the ball is in your area, you're in man-to-man principles. Step back shot there. Foul. Cass going back to the line.
It's been the Cass show, and it's all happened with him getting 3 fouls. And sometimes can that generate a player's incentive?
Well, I get a lot of credit to Nobles for leaving him in. He must trust him. Must have a high basketball IQ. I've watched him play now for the second time. I know he's a smart player offensively, but you have to know when and when not, and now he can't commit a foul. And when you're playing zone and not man, it also buys you time as well when you're not guarding the ball.
Good point. 8 points for Christian Cast. The Phoenix will go to their bench. Webley will take a seat, some prime minutes off the bench. Malachi Jackson returns, a Division I prospect. Uncommitted.
Malachi Jackson is really good. I'm sure he'll get himself going. He can score in spurts as well. I know playing against zone is tough. You got to pick your spots. Sigmund, he's gotten going, but Lance Stone or Jackson haven't been going yet, and you know, their time is coming. It's only a matter of time before they heat up.
Yeah, Jackson had 6 3-pointers against Cass Tech, and the Phoenix's 30-point win back in the 10th of December. Shot off the mark, no good. Grabbed by Kooks. Kooks will get the return pass, spins, wheels, deals, and misses off the heel. Throw ahead pass from Malachi Jackson to the UAD Mercy commit Lance Stone, who lays it in. Little fella, big time play.
Great patience there on offense to read the defense in transition. He didn't have it right away, but his dribble and his poise, stop and go, he was able to get there and score the basketball.
Tied at 23. Kooks finds the post, finds the spin. Marino can't find the bucket, rejected at the rim. Stone lost it off his foot. 3-on-2 developing, leading the break is Robinson, and it ends with a Robinson acrobatic reverse.
Yeah, Robinson, a really good player, Chad. It's in his bloodline. Woo, but Sigmund comes back and says, I'm in the building. This is my house.
Sigmund with a triple, and it gets the Phoenix back up by 1. We got a big-time body blow going on. Stick around. We're the Prep. Back after these.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Detroit Renaissance, 2-time Class B state champions, 04 and 06. Tawan Porter, yeah, you could pick many here. He was an 06 grad, played with the Oregon Ducks, Pac-12 tournament MVP. And this is a lay-in off the miss from Kooks rather. Back in the lead now by 1 are the Jackets. Stone surveys this zone. A 2-3 extended. 3 ball in the eye from Miller, who's having a whale of a half.
Yeah, Miller is an active body. He's created some second chance opportunities. He has some finishes, but now he also stepped outside and is able to knock down the 3. So he's bringing a lot to the game from every level on the offensive side of the ball.
Really has some inside, some outside, and another look at the confident triple for Miller. High academic guy as well. Jaden Miller, 20 points against Cass Tech. Shot short, stick back, no, one more time. Good at the foul. Isaiah Marino with a bonus and the bucket.
6'6" with length, Chad. 6 inches with length. I love that how he stuck with the basketball. He had an opportunity there to get to the rim and didn't go down for him. 2 offensive rebounds and a putback, and he awarded himself because of the effort. He's able to get to the free throw line to take the lead here.
Springy and long, and it creates a chance for Country Day to regain the lead. Renaissance with a big win over Cass Tech. We've talked about that. Their one loss was a close loss to Summit, a 1-point loss. And then you look on the Country Day side, 3-3. Played some competitive games. Their best win against Canton. Their closest loss that was a good loss against Port Huron Northern. A team that's ranked within the top 50 in the state. That was just a 6-point loss. 1-point Country Day lead until now. Jordan Sigmund, get out of here.
Hand down, man down. Cordell Robinson has to keep a hand up on Sigmund. When he's in your area, you're man-to-man, you're closing out with high hands, not allowing him to get that shot off with ease.
What do you like about Sigmund's game?
He's shifty, Chad. He can shoot it from the outside. He can mix it up with the dribble either way to get inside in the paint. He shoots floaters, he shoots pull-ups, and he also can find you, whether you're a shooter or a guy in the dunker spot. Has a great offensive game.
Well said. He's done a lot. The lefty being recruited by Pitt. Alabama's offered him. Another look at it. He's got long arms,
yeah,
too.
big-time player. And he has some toughness. I've seen him against Cass really deliver when it was needed most to get over that hump. And now he's pretty much carrying this team today. And it's hard to play against the zone for 32 minutes. And he's found a way to get to the spots and where he needs to create offense for himself and his teammates.
You bet. 2-point lead for the Phoenix. Elbow feed to Isaiah. Short with a 3. The future Titan Stone on the move. Bully ball through the paint. And just ran through Cordell Robinson with a little bit of a blow. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, Stone presses the issue. He's so fast and quick. He's able to get in that lane and draw that foul. Really good push for his team. I thought down here on the other end, being a 2-point game, you're trying to close out this quarter. I thought that was a rush shot by Marino there. It was a contested 3, step back. You want to kind of back that out, give it to your point guard. You guys set something up and execute and try to close out this this quarter very positively going into the half.
Country Day goes to the bench. Roman Allen will return to the lineup, and they'll give a rest to Jaden Martin. 80 seconds left in this first half. 2-point lead for the home team. Lance Stone going line left to shoot it. Already a 1,000-point scorer in his career. Guy that's really picked it up, as you mentioned earlier, as a leader on and off the floor. And he's really tempered and controlled his emotions.
Yeah,
in-game.
He's been around the game his whole life as well. His mom and dad have done a tremendous job. Obviously, Lamonte Stone being an assistant at UAD, but he won state championships at River Rouge.
Sure.
So Lance had a chance to learn from his older brother as well.
Yep.
But he's a student of the game. He'll be great at the next level. I hear a lot of people talk about his size, but because he can shoot from distance, you have to guard him. And he's so quick, so it'll allow him to beat you. He's great in the lane with floaters. He's able to drop it or he's able to kick it. But yeah, more importantly this year, he's become a leader and he's becoming a pest on defense. When you're that size, you have to guard 88 feet or 94 feet. and he's been a leader in that category, and he's doing that all game, as we can see.
He's forced a turnover tonight with his defense just by drawing that foul. Free throws are split, 2-point lead for the Phoenix. Rip, drive, Kooks, shot, short. Back the other way, Miller. Gives way to Sigmund, the hot hand! Finds the honey hole again, and they double the lead by 4.
Yeah, great drive by Sigma. He continues to put the pressure on the defense, and he's doing a really good job of getting out in transition early and beating the zone. And as I talk about that, there's Roman Allen with his first bucket. He has length, and believe it or not, he's really a point guard, but he's playing off the ball here in this Country Day offense early in his career, but he has the ability to make plays off the dribble and make plays for others as well.
Another guy, coach's son, knows the game.
Yeah, he's been around it, and his father is an incredible teacher, Jerome Allen, former head coach at Penn, assistant in the league, but he's a great teacher. I've had numerous amount of conversations with him, even sharing offices during my time working for the Pistons in the NBA, and sharing conversations in his office, breaking down the game offensively and defensively. Really analytical guy, great communicator. And at some point he'll be a head coach, but for Roman to have him and be able to teach him, it's a great benefit.
Ivy League guy.
Ivy
smart
League guy,
guys.
very smart,
Yep.
intelligent, detailed.
Stone leaves it back for Jackson. Stone with 7 seconds left, directing traffic, back to the hot hand, Sigmund for 3, Splash City, Blackjack, 21 points for Sigmund to close out the half. 5-point lead. Sigmund says, I'm all that. I'm a power 4 player and a bag of chips. Rob and I are back to break down the first half in a moment. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
What makes people stand in this line like that? Consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to Detroit Renaissance. The Phoenix with a lead thanks to Mr. Sigmund and his 21 first-half points. Time now to focus on his principal and the leader of Detroit Renaissance High School, Miss Verenda Straughter. Good enough to join us now in her 7th year. Hey, thanks for having us. It feels really homey here. And this is a nice perch for us to watch a basketball game in a beautiful school. Must be an honor to work here and lead these young men and women.
Oh, it is. This is my dream job ever since I've been here. It's always felt warm, and that's what we really aim to do. We want people to come here for them to enjoy themselves, have a good time, and watch some good basketball.
We've watched some good basketball from your team. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's start with what this school is known for. Yes, basketball, but academics is so strong here, and extracurricular activities, things that kind of make this education experience well-rounded. Talk about Renaissance and what makes it so great.
Yeah, Renaissance is a great place to be right here on the west side of Detroit. All of our students have to test to get in here, and they have to maintain a GPA to stay. So our kids are college focused. So whether it be in the athletic realm, whether it be in the performing arts, in the arts, our students come here really academics first, and everything else just happens to chime in and be great along with it.
The basketball has been really great. Let's touch on that. I know recent success as well, but this is a long-time storied history. Athletics matter, right, to a school in points of pride and other self-esteem type things.
Yeah, absolutely. Since I've been here, I've been blessed to have both good girls and boys basketball programs here. And it is important. Yeah, our students are focused on academics, but the athletic part, when it's good and people want to come and they want to come and cheer us on and be a part of the program, you know, that's always better. To have a well-rounded school where you can do great in all aspects is probably the best thing that anybody could ask for.
What's something about Renaissance that makes it stand out, makes it great, makes it unique, that you've seen since you've been here in your tenure?
Yeah, probably having students that are here that are focused and everyone is driven to something. Most of our students do go to college after they leave here. We're at about a 98% rate of students going to college, and a lot of them get to go for free because of their academics and other scholarship opportunities. So I would think that having students here that are all like-minded at the end of the day want to do something good, not just for themselves, but for their community as well.
What can you say about this fall season thus far? And now we go into the winter, but what are some points of pride that you could brag about your school that have happened in just recent times?
Oh, we have so many, from scholarship dollars earned from our students all the way to our performing arts. We've got a phenomenal dance program here as well, who were just at a competition and got 297 points out of 300. So, everything that we do, I want to do it with excellence, and I want our students to have pride and feel good about being a part of this program, no matter what you can think of, whether it be academic, performing, athletic. We just want our students to be proud of what it is that they're doing and that they do it well.
I know you're proud of your basketball team and what John White, your basketball coach, has done leading these young men, and also what Deshaun Wood has done with the Lady Phoenix, who we saw with a big win earlier today, and their great success in their program history. What do you see in the future for both these basketball teams? You're a fan.
I am a fan. I'm a huge athletic fan just in general, which adds, kind of a benefit to the principal and really to my athletic program because I know I care about it. But I'm just so proud of our coaches. John White has been here since I've gotten here in 7 years, and Deshaun Wood is just getting into his the beginning of his career here. But they are two phenomenal coaches who've done a great job and getting and wanting students to come here and play for them. So just very proud of what they're doing and very proud of our student athletes all in all.
Verenda Straughter, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you having us here as well.
Absolutely. Thanks.
All right, the action continues on the PreP. The PSL Holiday Classic continues from Detroit Renaissance and Outer Drive right after this. Back to the action, second half, 5-point lead for Renaissance. Quick trigger from the corner, and the 3-and-D guy, Malachi Jackson, says, it's my turn now.
Yeah,
he triples.
He wanted to get involved. I thought they did a really good job. Sigmund kind of led them the first half with 23 and kind of led them, and I give Lamonte Stone a lot of credit getting off the ball, finding the best shooters, and then Jackson, I knew he would wake up. He's a pretty good player, so now they have to, when they're in this zone, make sure they know where everybody is as this half gets started.
Yes, sir. So right now it's opened up an 8-point lead. Phoenix get it back. It's the same fella, Malachi Jackson, but it trickles out of bounds and Country Day gets it back. Now, your Country Day, you don't want to see this thing slip away so quickly like that. You talked about the double dipping of Renaissance. They did just that with a strong start to the second half.
Yeah, well, Country Day has to make sure they take care of the ball. No turnovers here. When they get their opportunities, they have to deliver. And more importantly, defensively, they have to know where Sigmund is, not let Jackson get hot. And then Lamonte Stone, I mean, he's did a really good job of floor leading and passing the ball, but you don't want to let him get hot either.
That's a good point. Stone hasn't gotten hot at all yet. No disrespect, but I mean, he's cool right now.
Yeah, but
he can get on a heater.
Yeah, but that's about the growth of his game. It's not all about making shots. He was a great leader in the first half, and he was just passing the ball, getting it to where it needed to get, especially against the zone. So credit him for that, and credit his guys for stepping up and taking this lead without him scoring a lot.
Yeah, you bet. Rip drive, Harris, rejected. Country Day has numbers. And now Country Day turns it over. And now the Phoenix have numbers. Lance Stone, alley-oop, layup, good. I thought he was throwing it off the rim.
I thought he was too.
Yes, it was a layup. We'll take it.
It's too early to get cute. You got to make sure you deliver there and not get those 2 points. But great job laying the ball up for Lamonte there. I mean, I'm sorry, for Lance.
You're forgiven. There's a couple of Montes and a lot of Stone talent. Of course, his father, Lamonte, an assistant coach at University of Detroit Mercy. How about that big body move, using the glass and the body well? Isaiah Marino at 6'6" with a bucket.
Yeah, really good spin off there, using his body, having some patience in the paint to make that layup.
Sigmund to the whole left-hand glider, good. Give him 25. The lead is opened up to 10. This is their largest.
Yeah, Sigmund is almost unstoppable here, Chad. I mean, there's nothing that he can't do. He can score from anywhere on the floor. Really good passer. They may have to send 2 at him and make sure they're well aware of where he is if they want an opportunity to get back in this and win this game.
That's Evan Singleton after the fine feed from Marino. 8-point bump, dribble drive. Sigmund, who can stop him? Kick out, corner, 3-ball, in and out.
Really good shot by Jackson, but again, Sigmund was able to get into the meat of the defense and kick to his teammate.
Cast for 3. 4-point play coming up for number 2, who popped in right when they needed him with a 4-bagger.
Yeah, so what happened on that, it was great transition shot, but Jackson shot the 3 from the corner. He missed the shot and kind of was sulking. Was upset that he missed the open shot, and he was able to get Country Day in transition and have numbers, and then he tried to come up from behind, but it was too late. That's why miss or make, you got to sprint back in transition, not to give up anything early.
Cast with 21 points now. It's been a remarkable performance so far for the sophomore.
Yeah, Christian Cass has been aggressive. He's remained confident. Renaissance had a chance there to break it open with that 3, and just like that, they score 3 on the other end, or 4, and cut it to 4, and now it's a ball game.
A prime sequence. Stone, top side, crossing over, gets to the rack, had it blocked. Swatted by Robinson, and a jump ball. It'll stay with Country Day after the tie-up.
Yeah, well, that time it was great for Stone to get into the lane. He had Jackson, I believe, in the corner there. He missed the drop off, but that was really good defense by Marino to, block that off the glass and get his team an opportunity to go to the other end.
Pressure, double team. Country Day breaks it. Doesn't want to push. He'll settle and nearly throw it away. Roman Allen tried to find the open man and almost got it picked.
Yeah,
Country Day.
I thought Roman should have continued to push there. He had the ball in the middle of the floor. He had opportunity. He kind of held up. But that's just being a freshman, making sure he wants to be careful. A little scared to make a mistake, but he has to be aggressive in those areas, especially when you have the advantage in the numbers.
Between the circles, Robinson, right corner, 3-ball, back heel, no. Stone with a big boy rebound and push. Down the avenue, kick to the right block, layup good. He found Miller again. Oh, Lance with a luscious dime.
Yeah, Miller seems to be in the right place at the right time. Really good pass, really good catch and finish from Miller. He's had a game today.
Yes, sir. So is that man, Mr. Robinson, who pulls up with a mid-range banger to get this back to a 4-point game. Turns the corner, that's Sigmund, that's a reverse. It's short. Unable to hang on was Marino.
Yeah, really good drive there. He tried to go reverse, but he had Jackson here in the corner. He probably should have kicked that for 3. I know he's on fire, but you got to get your teammates involved. It's still a close game, and you don't want to give them the benefit of you taking a bad shot and get out in transition and decrease this lead.
Stone to trigger, directing his teammates, showing that leadership. Open look, mid-post, banker no good. Numbers 2-on-2, Country Day to the rack, counted and a foul. Cordell Robinson saying, this is my neighborhood.
Really good finish by Cordell Robinson, and it's in the bloodline there, Chad. He gets the ball here. It's on the left side there, finished strong through the contact, but it's in his bloodline. His father, Cordell Robinson Sr., went to Bishop Borges, I believe part of a state championship, was Dream Team, all-state player, went on to play at USC. So now he's here supporting his son. He's been coaching his son, and he has a bright future.
Oh, his father played out there, huh?
Yeah, it was a really good player back in 88, 89. One of the best players in the state. Made, as I mentioned, the Dream Team. Was a scorer, had some athleticism, but really, really good player.
Was he with Resford and John White? Were they on those same teams, or was that just after him?
That was before John White.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Stone to the hot hand Sigmund. Jordan kick, corner, three, Double C's with the big boy rebound. He's on the push. Pull up three, top side, triple, no. Tap out, saved, back to Allen. Roman with a reset, and Country Day will regather. They're within a point, Rob Murphy.
Yeah, this is a ball game here, Chad. Christian Cass, Country Day's best player. Really good shot there, just didn't get it to go down. I love the aggressiveness from Cass, but you got to know where Sigmund is, especially in transition.
After the lay-in by Sigmund, it's a bench warning. But how about Sigmund just glides to the hole?
Oh, man, he's so crafty. He's athletic. He's quick. He has a great feel. In the state, I'm not sure if it's anybody with the versatility that can score as well as him. But he's a really, really good player on both ends, but can score in a multitude of ways.
27 points now for Jordan Sigmund, the Power 4 recruit. Right corner three in front of his own bench. That's Roman Allen with a Roman candle that's lit in Detroit, and it's tied this game at 48.
Yeah, that's a big-time shot. The game is in the balance now. Sometimes you have to just stay within a certain distance when you're on the road, and that was a big shot to help them tie the game, and now here comes a big defensive stop as well. Quick timeout by John White to get his team collected.
This was once a 10-point lead just a few moments ago. The Yellow Jackets are buzzing around, hanging around in Detroit. Can the Phoenix put them down? We'll find out after this.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
We are the Prep. Follow us on social media, TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and right here on the YouTube. Follow us, like us, subscribe. info@theprepsports.com if you'd like a broadcast. If you'd like an internship, come at us. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. His name is Rob Murphy. My name is Chad Bush. Lance Stone for three, right wing. Splash City for the future Titan. Lance with a haymaker to the air.
Yeah, great drop out of the timeout to get your best scorer going. I'm not sure if he's the best scorer, but he's one of the best scorers, but he was able to knock that down. Sigmund hasn't scored a lot this half, so it's great to see Lance step up and give his team a lift here in the third quarter, closing out this quarter.
And you see what it's done to the defense. Sigmund already getting fiery defensively. Another look at the 1,000-point scorer, Lance Stone, committed to UAD Mercy. One of the top players in this state. Lob down into the post, knocked away. Great post defense, leading to offense. Sigmund to Stone from Hamtramck. Splash City. Lance on a heater. He wasn't hot earlier. He is now. Watch out, Country Day. It's a 6-point lead, all because of Lance Stone.
And that was Steph Curry's range there. Lance Stone stepped up 2 times in a row and knocked down a big three for his team. incredible. That's what he's capable of doing. He's the ultimate leader, but when it's time to score, he can score it as well.
Here's another look at it, Rob. Deep distance.
And that's deep range. Country Day has done a tremendous job all game of protecting the three-point line. In particular, Roman being up top in their 3-2 zone, or when they're playing a 2-3 to keep Stone at bay. They lost sight of him 2 straight possessions, and he was able to deliver the 3. You have to know where he is at all times. You have to close out with high hands. And the second your hands are down, man down, hand down, man down, he'll make a 3.
Rob, that's 4 fouls on the big for Detroit Renaissance. Brandon Flint. There's another look at that play. I don't know what the officials are discussing right now, but it looks like it's going to be a technical foul. Lance Stone will go to the other side and shoot 2 free throws. And Daryl Nobles wants an explanation.
I didn't see what happened there, Chad, but it's tough when it's a technical foul because you shoot 2, and I believe Renaissance gets the ball back. That makes it tough because this game can go from 6 to 10 in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and it was Country Day that got fouled going to the hole. So, yeah, now they're going to go with Isaiah Marino to shoot first. And this is just the foul, I believe, from the drive to the basket.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I don't know if it was too much chippering. I know it's a lot of emotions on the court. I know Lance Stone hit 2 threes and his emotions came out, so I don't know if that carried over. He may have said something to a Country Day player. Country Day player got caught, and then he received a tech. But the referees have to be on top of that, well aware before they give out a technical foul. You have to know what's going on and kind of give a warning because that can change the game immediately by giving out this technical foul, especially for the home team.
Right. Yeah, it looks like a double technical, so Stone will shoot it. The pair was split by Marino. 2 for Lance Stone, a very good free throw shooter. Drenches the first. Lance coming to life in the second half. You alluded to it earlier. He hasn't even got hot yet.
No,
we knew that was coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. But again, I was impressed with the 6 assists in the first half.
Sure.
He played a great floor game, and played as a point guard and as a leader. And when his time came and his team needed him most, right when Country Day was making their biggest runs and they were on the ropes, he hit 2 threes. He just hit 2 free throws. So that's 8 points in this half. And now, if you look up at the score, they have a lead. So Country Day now has to get a stop here, Chad. It's a big possession here. They need to get a stop, close out this quarter strong.
1:21 to go. We'll step aside. We're back to the home of the Phoenix in just a moment. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Chad and Rob with you from Renaissance High School. The PSL Holiday Classic. Final game. It's been 12 games in 2 days. Sigmund with an 18-footer, no good. Looks like he's cooled off. Fight on the floor. That's Ethan Bray getting dirty on the deck, along with number 13, Alfonso Harris, and he'll get busted for the call. That's on Harris.
Really good zone possession there on defense. They got a good job of a stop. Sigmund had the mid-range jump shot, but they were able to contest the shot and get a rebound. And very important to close out this last minute of the third quarter.
By the way, that's 4 fouls now on Alfonso Harris, so both the bigs, Harris and Flint, with 4. Renaissance will go to their bench. They'll preserve Harrison as 4 fouls. Returning to the lineup is Jordan Webley, the junior guard at 6 foot. .50 seconds left in the third. 7-point lead for Renaissance. Christian Cass from 19 is long. And here comes Renaissance on the run.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. If you're going to take that, you got to make it. And more importantly, when you come back down to your zone, you have to have your hands up closing out on Lamonte Stone. With 30 seconds here, you probably want to take it the last shot, but Cordell Robinson thinks differently. He goes in and lays it up, cuts it to 4 or 5. So we have a good close here to the third quarter.
Little hot knife through butter there. 2-3 zone by the Yellow Jackets. They've mixed it up a little bit, Murph. What's been their best defense so far?
It's been the 2-3 with the length at the top, which they were able to get a shot there, contest it.
At the horn, wave it off. Bucket was good. Great shot from Robinson, but it will not count. It's about a half-second tardy. But that's the kind of fourth quarter we're in store for. A back-and-forth body blow type game to send us off into the sunset on the Holiday Classic from the PSL. We're back with a finale in the fourth right after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back to Detroit Renaissance High School, Detroit Country Day, and Detroit Renaissance. He's Rob Murphy. My name's Chad Bush. Rob Murphy, former head coach with Eastern Michigan and the Eagles, former Detroit Piston executive, and former state champion at the high school level at MHSAA with Detroit Crockett. Proud to be with him today as we close this out. Fourth quarter, what's in store for us here, sir?
Yeah, well, hopefully Country Day zone can hold up. They need to get some length, I think, at the top. They're screening the top here. Stone is making his move inside. He's able to get the foul, but the help guard was not there against the zone. They had shifted out to Sigmund, which I understand that, but they have to get stops. Anytime you're on the road, you have to manufacture enough stops to be able to stay in striking distance in order to win the game.
Foul is on the big boy, Chase Kooks. It sends Lance to the line. It's been a score fest in the second half. And as you mentioned, it was a different kind of game for Lance, and it shows his maturity. He's okay not scoring. It's not going, he'll go away. You saw him get Sigmund hot, and he was okay with that.
Exactly. And Sigmund has 27, now Lance Stone has 15. So they've been a great duo in this game throughout, but Stone has picked it up in the second half when they needed it most.
Back to a 7-point lead. Cast across court. Robinson for 3. It's long. Lance leads the break. No rush for the Phoenix, a team that does run an up-tempo offense. Controlled freedom. Layup, no good. And that one's going to go back to Country Day as Cast defends the hole properly.
Need a really good possession here. Renaissance is in their 1-2-2 half court or three-quarter court here. Obviously, you want to pass around, but you don't want to settle for 3. You want to get something going to the basket here.
Dangerous pass stolen by Lance Stone. 3-on-2 developing. Right hand layup. Good by that man, Jordan Sigmund, as he's nearing that 30-point mark. And it's a 9-point lead for the home team.
And the jump stop is so important, Chad. Allen went in there that time. He didn't use his jump stop. He ended up turning the ball over. But you have to make sure you jump stop so you're able to pivot and pass when you're in those situations and not turn the ball over.
Kooks misses the shot. Frustration foul over the back. And the Phoenix seem to have found something right now as they try to grow this lead. Now, what's important for them offensively? You said repeatedly, look, value the basketball, good possessions with a lead.
So right now, Country Day is still in your zone. The shot clock is on your side. You're up 9 points. You don't have to take a quick shot. You really can be patient and get something good. You don't want to rush anything, but more importantly, you don't want any live ball turnovers.
All right. It's a patient look to this extended zone. Sigmund, long corner left, shot in and out, no look, no good. Roman Allen with it. Kick to the corner, 3-ball from Bray, long. Offensive rebound by Marino. His stick back is short. And a big boy rebound by Miller.
Yeah, Miller has been consistent all game on both ends of the floor. He's kind of the unsung hero. You look at the box score and you see he has 14 or 15 points and not know where they came from, but he's been consistent all game.
Stone surveys the defense. Multiple defenses have been thrown at him today. Pull up 18-foot shot, count it with a man in his face. Oh, Lance Stone showing off the stones.
Yeah, that wasn't a good shot there, Chad, with that lead and time and score, but you know what? He has the ability to score on anybody, so that was a great shot and a great drive.
11-point lead, the largest of the ball game for Renaissance. We're back with more after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Yellow Jackets looking to rally. They're down 11. How about this Renaissance team? It's been a poised, senior-esque group, Rob Murphy. After things got close and after Country Day took that lead, they turned it to another level.
Yeah, they did, and that's why they're one of the top teams in the state, and they're looking to make a big run in March. These guys play hard, and we can't forget they're on their home floor. So
right.
It's about protecting your floor at home. It's not like a neutral site for everyone else.
Yep. Left elbow, 15-footer, air ball, hustle, save. How about it? That's Isaiah Marino, who's been impressive tonight with gritty plays like that, along with his scoring and passing. Cade Wilhelmi will check in at 6'7", 270. Ethan Bray will rest. Lob play, wide open, left-hand layup, too strong. Wilhelmi gets in there and lays it up, missed the shot. Cast will attack and get it stolen. And get it stolen back. Crossover, Allen to the rack. Got the foul. Not the and one, but a great play in this back and forth turnover on this court.
Yeah, that was great defense, great awareness by Allen there. Yes, great length with his 6'3" frame. He was able to steal that ball, put it on the deck, get to the rim, which was smart. Didn't settle for the three. Wanted to put pressure on the defense, put pressure on the officials to get there. He was able to get there and get fouled and get to the line.
So 2 free throws coming for Allen. Roman Allen, 6'3", 165. Missed with a first. Country Day also not without their full crew. They've got Anthony Cartwright, one of their top players, out 6'6", 230. He also missed some time in football. But that's a big miss for Country Day. They'll hope to get him back later on this year.
It'll make them a better team, and some guys out here compete and get the minutes that he would have been played, which ultimately will make your bench deeper when he does come back.
Sigmund is swatted from behind by Cast, but a foul is called, and free throws coming up for Mr. Sigmund.
Sigmund does a great job of getting inside there. I thought they did a great job of walling up and getting a block on that play. 2 hands up. Looked like a good block to me. Might have been a missed call. Really good foul. It's unfortunate that that foul was called against Country Day.
Yep, looked clean as could be. Not as clean as the game that this guy has played. 30 points now for Sigmund. Jordan Sigmund, just a junior, unsigned, uncommitted, but there's folks that are after him, and there should be more.
Yeah, well, he has an Alabama offer. I'm guessing probably after this game or maybe in a few more weeks he'll have a lot more offers because he's definitely a high-level player. And you just don't find him often, guys that can score that easy and have that great of a feel for the game.
Cass lost it, and Lance Stone tried to sell it. It's going to stay with Country Day. Lance Stone's a good actor. He's got a future if the basketball thing doesn't work out, man.
Yeah, I agree. But Cass has to be careful here. Extending the arm, he got called early for one of those, and at this time in the game, he can't afford to get another one.
No, sir. Down a dozen right now, their largest deficit. Wilhelmi on the roll. And the 6'7" big boy gets it to go. Back to a 10-point lead with 4 minutes left.
Great find by Robinson there. They need to come back and get a really good stop to get this lead in the single digits to have a chance here in the fourth quarter.
Stone pull up, elbow J over Wilhelmi. Lance is on a heater right now. 12-point lead. Big screen at midcourt. Missed shot. Wilhelmi laid one on Sigmund, the mid-strike. Stone spins, travel, no call. Sigmund for 3, back iron miss, no. It's like shooting practice. Sigmund will try it again. Iron unkind, it rolled out. How about a 4th trip? This time it works, and that's Miller time with a lay-in.
But you're seeing now here, Chad, in the fourth quarter, the more experienced team, the more aggressive team in these situations are really doing what they need to do to execute at home to pull away.
3:06 left. Come on back to the final 3 minutes from Renaissance High School in Detroit. The final game of the PSL Holiday Classic. Rob and I will have it for you. Don't go anywhere.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
"15 turnovers forced by the Phoenix of Renaissance," Rob Murphy, in this game. They've just been too much with this guard play.
Yeah, these guys are super aggressive. And now you see Country Day just created a turnover, which is great. And I thought Country Day probably could have stuck with that 2-2-1 a little bit more during the game. They kind of got away from it. They came out in the first quarter and played a lot of it and got the lead, but I didn't see them go back to it. But the more aggressive team, the more experienced team here in the fourth quarter has really taken over the game, in particular the second half, starting with Lamonte Stone. So they have to play smart here to close it out.
Cass lost it after the double team. Layup good. Jaden Miller's been something. Boy, is he ever a nice piece for John White's club.
Yeah, defense to offense there. A deflection led to a steal led to a layup. That's really good basketball by Renaissance.
Allen gets it ahead, bumped on his way down the boulevard, and that one's going to go on Sigmund. That'll be the team's second foul of the fourth quarter. So substitutions, Country Day trying to make one last push and pitch, down 14, their largest deficit. Inbounds, ripped away. A pesky, gritty Renaissance defense has been something new in this second half.
Yeah, well, these guys have, shown us here in the second half why they're the top team in the state. Got to give Country Day a lot of credit for coming in here and competing with this young team. These guys have a bright future. Coach Nobles is doing a really good job of building it from the ground up, and right now he's put some pieces in place to have a really good season, but more importantly, a bright future with Robinson and Marino there.
Marino with a flush. Lance Stone with 20 points now. As this one's all over but the shouting. Sigmund going to go down the runway, put it up, and get fouled by the big boy, Wilhelmi.
Yeah, this is another one of those statement games, too. We talked about on the front end of it about the tradition and history, Chris Webber, Shane Battier. You talk about Joe Crawford and Malik. It's been great players that come through both these programs, and anytime you are going up against a powerhouse, no matter when it is or what time, what year, you want to, do well and send a message to let people know, like, we're here to stay. This is Renaissance basketball. We're at another level, and Country Day is growing their team. So this was a really not over yet, but a potential good win for Coach White as they continue on their journey to make a run in March with hopes to win a state title.
Yeah, well said. And look, I mean, John White had a lot of respect for Country Day. He said it's a young team on the rise, finding their identity. And that is a lot of good points. One is that their 1-3-1 defense, or whatever you called it, that one, is it a 1-3-1?
No, it was a 2-2-1.
2-2-1.
To start the
My
game
bad.
back 2-3 zone, and then they went to a 3-2 zone with Roman Allen at the top. So it's really hard to see, and it's funny to see it because I used to put Jordan Nobles at the top
I remember
at our
that.
guard position, and he was 6'7", 6'8", and anytime he was at the top, you couldn't see. That was our best. One of our best defensive teams during his tenure when he was able to play forward and guard.
That's right.
So to see Roman at the top of it early on and how much it affected them, they'll go back and look at this film and really dissect it and learn from it.
Yeah, and maybe that's a defense they'll take with them from here on out. And it's something that another team has to prepare for now.
Yes.
I mean, knowing they have all these defenses in store,
yeah,
that's going to cut into some practice time when you're preparing for Country Day.
Yeah, no question. And it's hard to prepare for it. And then when you see it with the length, I mean, they have Cass, they have Marino, they have Allen, they have Cordell Robinson. I mean, they have really good length. These guys are young. And this will be a learning experience for them to come into Renaissance and to compete with them for 3.5 quarters. I'm impressed, especially with a young team. But credit to John White and his staff and his program for protecting their home floor and continuing to get better. You don't want to be satisfied with getting over the hump with just beating Cass, because that doesn't mean you arrived. That means everyone's taking notice with the Cass win. Now you have to back that up and continue to have success and play against other good programs and continue to win in order to get your overall respect.
Well said. So from here, Renaissance, it's going to be a challenging schedule. Look, they've still got to play some of their rivals. We know they've played Cass, they've got to play King. They still got to get to the PSL championship. I know they have bigger goals than that, Murph, but you still got to get past the King and the Cass thing. They got past the Cass thing once. They're probably going to have to see him again. I mean, there's going to be more tests along the way, but this certainly is a big test that they passed here today.
Yeah, but the city bragging rights are important. So that is important, Cass, King, Renaissance, that triangle, they're supposed to be the top 3 teams. So you want to play and win the city title for the city bragging rights.
Yeah.
And then you want to make that run into March. So it's really good to see. I think all 3 of those teams are going to battle for it all. I can't wait till the next time they match up. Hopefully we're fortunate enough to be on that game, but if not, I'll be there in attendance just to continue to see the maturation of, Lance Stone as a leader. Sigmund continues to develop. Jackson wasn't great today, but he can score in bunches, and he's a really good guard. They're going to need him to win. And then Miller was incredible tonight.
Yeah.
He was consistent
Big
all
time.
game, Chad. So this is a really good basketball team. As good as you are at home, though, you have to compete and be able to win on the road.
There's Miller again, right on point. Count it, and the foul. This is a guy that John White just says, look, man, he'll do anything for us.
Yeah, you
Smart
want
guy.
guys that don't really care about the stardom of the game. They just want to play their role. Being a glue guy is important. They couldn't have did it tonight without him. Early on when they were struggling, he was making big shots. He hit a three. He got offensive rebound put back. He was able to get a couple of transition finishes. And more importantly, he was creating turnovers on the other end on defense. So he was super impactful tonight. But the guy for me tonight was Sigmund. He was unstoppable, and they couldn't find a way to kind of just stop him.
Perhaps our G of the game. Talking about Miller, a guy that's getting Division II and Division III interest. A lot of it has to do with what he's done in the classroom. High academic guy, just a junior. Lance Stone playing stifling defense. Right wing three, Bray short. Offensive rebound, Allen. Roman with a stick back, got it. It's a clean 20, now an 18-point lead. Time winding down. Sigmund to the corner, and the three is rejected by Isaiah Marino. He says, you hold on to that ball, or I'll send it back.
We're up 18. Let's just close it out, hold it up top. You got to win with class. I know these guys love to score, and they're really confident players, but just throw it in and end the game.
Some folks headed to the exits. And, all right, well, got to have some fun here. Final seconds of the game. 3 ball by Jordan Webley, and Country Day will take note of that. Ball game over, 82-64. Detroit Renaissance knocks off Detroit Country Day here tonight in the PSL Holiday Classic. Rob and I are back with a G of the game and a wrap-up right after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Detroit Renaissance wins this ball game going away by 18 points. One of the big-time players in this game is Jordan Sigmund. He's our G of the game. 33 points in the contest. Ho-hum, it's not his season high. He had 41 points earlier this year. Yeah. Congratulations, man. You had it all going from 3 levels today. Yeah. What's that feeling like, and where did it come from tonight?
Man, it feels great. You know, it came from, my preparation before the game and going into the game and how I prepared, talking to God before the game and just locking in. I told my teammates, come on, we got to win. We can't lose at home. So just told them, let's keep it going, and it came out great.
Your game just oozes with confidence, whether it's a shot from distance or whether it's a long glided left-handed lay-in.
Yeah.
What part of your game do you appreciate the most, and what part have you had to work on the most?
I appreciate my mid-range game the most. I feel like it's the purest part of my game. I've been working on my 3 and especially my defense. I came out, my main goal was to lock down, whoever I was guarding. So I feel like I did that. I accomplished that coming out. I set the energy on defense. So I just did all of them things, and it all put in place.
3-year starter Jordan Sigmund. Look, this is a big year for you guys. This is kind of the year where you feel like you got a shot. I mean, you already knocked off Cass this year.
Yeah.
You'll get a shot at King, and you get a chance for the city championship. Mm-hmm. How far can this team go?
Man, we could go as far as we want to take it. We can take it to the state championship at the Breslin. We're going to for sure win cities. I marked that. You can mark my words on that, and we're going to for sure make a run at states.
All right, you heard it right there. You're going to win the cities and going to make a run at the states.
Yes, sir.
Keep playing like you did tonight. No one's going to argue with you.
Appreciate that.
Congratulations,
Yes,
Jordan
sir.
Sigmund. 33 points, our G of the game. Good stuff ahead for this young man. Uncommitted. Somebody better go get him before he's gone. We'll take a timeout. Renaissance by 18 tonight. Back after these.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
The shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Chad and Rob back with you from Renaissance High School. Renaissance with a win, 82-64. 26 points they put up in the fourth quarter, doubling up Country Day. That was a big, decisive quarter. What was it that Renaissance was doing so well in that last frame?
Well, they just wore Country Day down over time. A lot of pressure from the Phoenix. It was too much Sigmund, too much Landstone in the second half. Miller was phenomenal. Jackson hit a few late. But I thought they all came together, and they did it by committee, and they did it at different times. And again, they all made game-winning plays down the stretch.
When you have 3 guards like that, how tough is it? And they're all scorers. And, yeah, they're facilitators, but how tough is it to get these guys all on the same page and all to be selfless?
Well, listen to Coach White. The offense is equal opportunity. So they work on playing together. They have great synergy, great chemistry, so that helps. Landstone being the leader, he understood how hot his teammates were, so he was able to get them involved early. And then when it's time to take over the game, he was able to get involved late. So he has a good core. It's not 3 guards better on one team with the abilities that these guys have. He has a chance to, obviously win the city, but he can make a run in March if they all stay together.
How about the guards' performance tonight? 33 for Sigmund, 20 for Landstone, and then the guy that chipped in, Jaden Miller. You got a glue guy that gets 20 points. He had 20 against Cass, and he's not even hunting for his shot.
Yeah, I love Miller because he can get the ball. I mean, he can impact the game without getting the basketball. He's great on defense, rebounding and defending, but he can go down on the offensive end. He scores in transition. He gets second chance opportunity on offensive rebounds, and he can step out and knock down a jump shot. And he's not even trying to accumulate points, which makes it great.
8 points for Malachi Jackson, who's always able to pop off. All in all, 82-point performance for the high-scoring Renaissance Phoenix. And Murph, their defense was very good against a solid offensive team. Christian Cass with 15 points, Marino with 16 points, and a dozen for Cordell Robinson. I know you were impressed with this Country Day team. It says a lot about the Renaissance defense.
Yeah, they have a young team. They do a really good job switching their defenses. Coach Nobles has implemented the zone. Then he goes 2-2-1, back 1-2-2. So those guys have something to build. They have a foundation at Country Day. It's one of the powerhouse programs over the years, but now they're starting back from the bottom, and he has the talent in another year or two to actually make a run in March. These guys stick together.
It's been fun. This PSL Holiday Classic has given us a lot of joy, a lot of highlights, and some moments for both these teams to grow. Appreciate working with you. We'll do this again, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Chad. I enjoyed especially the PSL. That's where I was born and raised and played in that league. So thanks for having me, and looking forward to the next time we get together.
The pride of Detroit Mumford.
Yes, sir.
Rob Murphy to my left. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long week, 12 games. That means our production crew has to work very hard. Our social media crew has to work very hard. 6 straight games, 12 straight games. We've got Iron Men and Iron Women on this crew. I want to thank them all. Really appreciate their hard work and endurance in this long marathon stretch. Also really appreciate Jay Alexander, Anika McEvans, John White, and all the host folks, Steve Hall, all the folks for making this tournament possible. Evan Stockton earlier today, and our captain, Alex Westfall, for captaining the ship always, your executive producer. My name is Chad Bush, saying so long from the PSL Holiday Classic. And our final game today is Detroit Renaissance 82, Detroit Country Day 64. For my partner, Rob Murphy, my name's Chad Bush, saying so long from Detroit. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Good night, everybody.